Hi, my name is Poojan and I'm from Group 15 and my group partner is Radhika, and we have redesigned Trip Hobo website, and we'll see today what we redesigned for this project. Table of contents for this project will be project overview, personas, test processing, sitemaps plus wireframes and contributions from both of us. Part 1 for the project overview, we'll see what is Trip Hobo. TripHover is actually a travel planning platform that will help users to plan trips and suggest itineraries, book accommodation and transportation, and they can organize their own travel plans and with the activities on one place itself. Project overview. So this will be main objectives: the redesign of TripHover informative architecture, streamline the trip plannings and process into logical step-by-step flow, and they can also easily find and access and understand the website, align the structure with how real users think and plan. For the goals, our goals are to create more creative and user-friendly experience, reduce cognitive load by decluttering and group features logically, support a wide range of users from solo travelers to families, enable seamless movements from a trip, idea itinerary and bookings. So this one is content creation process, assesses websites, personas plus user case, content inventory and testing data, and sitemap plus wireframes. For part 2, these are personas for our project. So Priya is 27 years old, married, a software engineer, and she wants to travel. She wants to travel to Chicago for. She also wants to plan a birthday for her husband, and it's like 3 to 4 days. And for the frustrations, the booking platforms separate trips elements, lack of package or short trip suggestion, unclear pricing and hidden fees during checkouts. So she wants to make sure that everything goes correct and she doesn't charge with hidden fees or everything during the checkout. This one is Alex, and he's a photographer, and he wants to book a last minute flight, and he wants to capture some things for magazine and brand campaigns, and he's frustrated by poor hotel filtering on the app and lack of visual inspiration and map based plannings. So for testing process, we'll see card short tree testing, heuristic analysis and new navigation structures. Card short 1, for the purpose to validate how users intuitively categorize travel planning features with a specific focus on trip planning and hotel booking to redefine the app's information, architecture, and improve navigation. First card sort. So there are 70 per students, and the method closed card sorting via optimal workshop, 9 categories and 49 cards. High agreement and low agreement. So high agreement is to most of the users succeeded in choosing their destination, and for the low agreement, like 14% of just 14% of the users were yeah, like 14 agreements on filter hotels by rating amenities and filter hotels, and they were unsure of their locations. So for the changes for round 2 will be, we identify several improvements needed for the round 2 based on user confusion in round 1. These changes include merge overlapping cards using a saved trip under a signal under a single saved content category, and also introduce a new utility category to house features like promo code and make a payment which users previously used mark as I don't know. Key results card 1, high agreement. So for the key result card shot 1, choose destination at 86 agreement under the trip planning, and the lowest is 14% with unsure of their location. Here is the group card and pilot test card shot 2. There is a purpose to verify whether our category charges from round 1 improved user comprehension and consistency, especially for hotel, utility, and travel related features. Second, card short. Participants of 5 people students. Method is hybrid and card sorting optimal workshop. 9 predefined groups and 33 card tested. So iterative improvements based on round 1. Grouped all hotels filters screens under a unified section. Merged saved contents for easier recall. Key results. So high agreement is trip planning, start a new trip, build itinerary and trip overview. The low agreement view booking split between saved content 20% and utility 80%. Is a group card. 3 testing. We have tested 5 tasks. Start a new trip, find a pet friendly hotels. Third one is search for vegan food options. Number 4 is view save trip, and number 5 is book train tickets. So most of this has like 100% success rate, and 2 of them has 75 success rate. So for tree test 1, participant was 10 users. Platform via proven by users. Structure was initial with prod, ungrouped categorized and duplicated hotel nodes. So for key notes round 1, clear structure under trip planning help user succeed. User selected browse by hotels or unrelated instead of applying filters. For the task 2, there was only 4 users, and it was task 2 helped help users to plan a trip, and they were succeed in most of the part. Vegan options were miscategorized in the first part, but improved in the second one, and they can filter out food easily by the hotels. The heuristic analysis have like support mental models, surface options, and provide feedbacks. Leverage design standards, visually consistent and appealing. Recognition rather than recall. Prevention misconception and errors, and help user recover for their mistakes. So users can like undo and redo their filters in support, which is very useful for the users. Here is a good versus bad. So the starter trip label is visible and matches, and the bad part was icons for the trip types were unclear, no guidance on how to proceed. Same goes with the we can go back to the previous screen, no undo redo buttons for the submitting bookings. For the 4 part, it's wireframes. This allows users to plan an entire trip step by step. For the task 1 is trip booking. This is the sidebar. This usually explains trip planning, hotels, transport, foods, things to do, travel preparation, saved content, campaigns, and MI accounts. Login screen and then homepage and trip planning. Customer can select up to 2, like a solo travel or a group trip or everything. They can also see or select the bill itinerary, and this one is the second screen is trip overview. Also we can like a user can edit their trip, and they can get like a rough idea about how much their budget will be. And for the payment option, there is a various payment options, and you can after the payment you can see the confirmation email, and after that we can also edit or cancel the confirmation. For the upcoming trip, user once trip is booked, we can manage from like users can edit the trip from after the message, and they can view their trip after booking them. So if they want to make a changes after booking, they can easily make it. Also if there is a more price for the hotel, they can also replace their accommodation with a less price. Task flow for the task 2 is hotel booking. So a user can see apply filters, and they can book their hotel of their choice. This one is hotel listings, hotel details, room selection, guest checkouts, part 5 site maps. So we have tremendously made improvements in utility section that users were confused, so where my account is and where the previous trip, and they can also manage the trip notations and everything. Here is the sitemap annotations, trip planning, restaurants, saved contents. This one is contributions. So this one is my group partner Radhika. um, she led contents recognition based on card shot and tree testing results, and created and iterated on the sitemap structure, developed categories and label, organized system, tools in utility section. This is from me. I have contributed and participated in tree test iteration and value categories placements, suggested merging overlapping content areas, and work on naming and hierarchy refinements during the sitemap and revisions. Thank you.